like you lost another one.
What's up, guys? This is pretty much 3 out of 4 of the videos I said I was going to do, and this is going to be part 2 of what if Deku had Nero's, or you could say Nero's, Virgil, and Dante's Devil Trigger as a mixture, part 2. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a tiny reboot, because I kind of want to do something a little bit crazy, okay? Kind of a little bit crazy, right? Now, we're going to kind of do a hold back, a kind of rewind, a reset, you could say. A Zawada, you could say. Alright? Now, Inko pretty much has her baby a little bit much earlier. And her baby's name is Deku. Now, Deku, we know and love, with the Devil Trigger, is pretty much in the lab chamber. Which he is getting pretty much in the tube and pretty much sleeping. This is where the demons come out and attack, which Deku pretty much breaks out his thing and is confused of what he is and stuff. All he get is remembers all these memories of two different sides of one getting abandoned by this lady and you could say father, and or you could say by this lady, or the other side of memory is him getting saved by this lady, which he doesn't know who the hell is she. Well, all he knows is, remember the name Dante, Virgil, and also remembers Nero, which he doesn't know who the hell are they. He thinks one of them is his father or their father and stuff, and he's confused and stuff. But he has their memories and stuff. Now, he's pretty much going into the lab, well, walking around the lab, and trying to figure out what the hell is going on, which this is where the demons is coming in, about to come and try to kill Deku, which Deku pulls out, you could say, a katana, and slash the demons in half, slowly, you could say, doing the Moon Slayer slash, which it does the ching ching, and slash them and stuff, and this is where he brings out the other sword, Rebellion, pretty much throwing it at one of the demons, and kicking the other one, sending the other demon with the sword, stabbing the other demon, killing it. This is where Deku pretty much says, Yamato, I feel like I had this before, but I didn't. Which he pretty much he pretty much puts it by his side and makes the rebellion disappear. Now, Deku pretty much, like I said, put on the outfit in this picture right now, and it has the, hand, Nero's hand. Well, you could say the Devil Trigger hand, and pretty much, and the color is like this, but instead of like blue, it's like red, blue, and also it's pretty much red and blue, like combined with those color. And Deku was pretty much heading out, or you could say the test subject of Deku heads out. Now, he's pretty much roaming around with his white hair and his red eyes, no blue, red eyes, and pretty much, actually with his right hair, white eyes, and he's pretty much, looking around and confused and stuff. This is where Inko's pretty much walking with her child, you could say Deku or Mizuku, or you could say the baby Deku, which he's pretty much walking, and he bumps into him saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad," which is where you could say one of the demons come out about to attack both of them, which he pretty much pulls out a gun from his sleeve, or you could say a modified gun from his sleeve jacket, and fires it at the demon, which it does too much, like you could say a clap, like a clap, you could say it like that, and kills the demon. Now, Inko's saying, "Oh my god, thank you. Like, what is your name?" And in which he's trying to think of, I can't really remember, which Deku says, "Oh, is your name like my name, Deku?" Which he says, "Yes, my name is Deku." Is it your last? But is your other name like Mizuka Midoriya? Which Deku is pretty much saying, "Yeah, my name is like Mizuka Midoriya." Which Nico's saying, "Wow, so y'all have the same name and stuff." Which he says, "Yeah." Now Nico asks, like, "Do you having where to go? Like, would you like to come to my house to have some tea and stuff to for me for I want to thank you for saving our lives." Which Deku says, "Yeah." Now he heads there, pretty much eating food and stuff, and she pretty much saying, "So tell me about yourself. Were you basically were you basically been born at, like, who you are and stuff?" Like, and he says, "I've been born from a lab. I really don't know who I am. Like, all I know is these. All I think is these two people might be my fathers, uh, Dante and Virgil. Do you know these names?" Which Inko says, "I don't know them. I haven't heard of them before, but I don't know. But I do know Nero." Which uh, Deku says, "You know him? Where he is he?" Which Inko says, "Well, he's pretty much hard to find, hard to get nowadays because he's a demon hunter who hunt down demons and protect us. He's like a hero, but kind of not." Which she's explaining the whole thing because Nero is a demon hunter, but he's not a hero. He goes around the world hunting down demons and stuff, but you know he's not as a hero. He doesn't have a quirk, but people think he has a quirk because he has a devil trigger. Now, Deko's saying, "Well, can I, anywhere I can find a witch?" Iko says, "Well, I don't know where he possibly at right now. He is going, he does go around the world doing things." Which Deku says, "Oh, okay, well, I guess I have to wait for him to come back here then." Now, Iko asks, "Does he have anywhere to stay, or like, does he go to school? Like, what school does he go to, or anything?" Which this is where, uh, and like I said, this is like he's a little bit, as you could say, not as a teenager, but as a preteen. Which uh, he says no. Which Inko says, "Well, you're happy to stay with me as long as you like." Which this Deku says, "Okay." Now we're gonna do a couple of years, and pretty much Deku is in, you could say, in the high school. This you could say, clone or hybrid. Pretty much has pretty much the arm in. He pretty much covered up, not to show his, power and stuff. He pretty much is going to school, which this is where Mizuku comes in and pretty much says, "Ah, Deku," or be like, and uh, which this Deku says, "Ah, Mizuku, hey little brother," which he pretty much call him as a brother, like a little brother, because he stays there with them and stuff. This is where uh they're pretty much talking to each other and stuff, and pretty much at lunch and hanging out. Now, oh, at this point, uh, they're pretty much eating lunch. So this is where Bakugo comes in and says, "Oh, hey guys, in this universe, Bakugo is not an asshole. I know, right? He's not an asshole. I am surprised. He's not cocky. He's not Prince Vegeta head ass. Yes, he's not that. In this alternate universe, I am quite surprised too, guys." Now, pretty much, Bakugo comes to sit with them, pretty much talking to them and stuff. And Bakugo's saying that he has to fight with some kids later on, pretty much about what he did to them. And this is where Deku says, "You idiot. How many times I told you not to fight with people?" Which Bakugo says, "They started it first. They, they started saying some some disrespectful shit about you, and saying that you was a loser, and I kind of just beat them up." Which Deku pretty much knocks him on the head, saying, I can fight my own battles. And second of all, I come with you so you can pretty much make sure it's all okay. Which this is where I'm so sorry. This is a little tired, but this is where Rocco says, "No, I don't need y'all help. I pretty much got this." Doing a little cockiness, but not too cocky. Which Deku and Mizuku pretty much are saying, "No, we're gonna help you just in case because we don't want you to pretty much lose or like to get hurt or anything." Which Rocco says, "All right, fine." Now they pretty much head to this place where they said to meet at, and it's like this abandoned building, not like a construction site building where they meet at the location. Now this is where the whole group of gang boys from the whole school pretty much comes out and say, "I never thought you would come, you piece of shit," and talking shit. He says, "Oh, and I see you brought Deku, and who's this little pussy over there beside y'all?" Which Deku comes and says, "Well, I'm Mizuka Midoriya, or you could say Mizuka Midoriya. And this is my older brother, which he's going to kick your asses. And I'm going to kick your asses too." Now, this now Mizuku Midoriya doesn't. You could say he doesn't have a quirk, but they still, but Deku still cares for him and stuff. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a quirk, you can still become a hero. Give him that encouragement and stuff. Now, these gang boys pretty much says enough talking. Time to die. So they all charge at Baku and Deku and pretty much Mizuku. And they pretty much fight and scrap and beat. They're like the three boys are pretty much ending the fight. They're pretty much kicking the gang boys' ass, like all the gangs, like the school boys' ass from the different school. And Baku pretty much hit one of them to the ground, which Baku's saying, "Yeah, that was awesome. We just kicked their asses." Which Deku's saying, "Yeah, that was the last of him." Pretty much having the cast on his covering his arm. Now this is where one of the Game Boys throws like you could say Deku off, or not the other Deku, but pretty much Mizuku off. And there's like a piercing spike over there, at which Deku's saying no and try to grab Mizuku, which it's too late. He gets pierced in the heart. Now this is where Deku turns around and says, "You killed him!" And he said, which the boy says, he had it coming, which he grabs the boy head and slams it in the wall with you could say the blue, or the red and blue arm, and slams his head into the wall, pretty much cracking his skull and damaging his brain, giving him brain damage and slamming him back to the ground and stepping on his face. Which the boys coughing up blood say, "Oh, This is where Deku jumps down and pretty much pulls the spike out Deku's heart, which Deku was pretty much coughing up blood saying, all that. This is where Deku thinks of the unthinkable and pulls out his heart. Pretty much pulls out his heart, and he coughs up a little bit, but since he has like all three DNA of regeneration ability, it pretty much regenerate his heart, recreate a new heart much faster. And he pretty much replaced Deku old heart and pretty much give him a new heart. And or you could say Mizuku. And Mizuku's pretty much is, eyes closed. Or you could say his eyes is still open and he's slowly fading to dark right now. And he pretty much give his heart and pretty much puts it together, pumping it together, and getting the blood flow and having the new heart go in his system. Now this is where Mizuku wakes back up, coughing up blood, a little bit of blood, say, "Brother," or saying big bro, which Deku say, "Oh, thank God, it works," pretty much hugging him, which Mizuku, you could say, wound is healing up, quick. Now, Mizuku heads to the hospital, pretty much getting a checkup, and the doctors say everything is all fine. It looks like he's perfectly all set, which Deku say, "Oh, thank God." Which it, we're gonna say one of them was a scientist looking at Deku arm, saying, "Wow, that's a weird mutation quirk you have there. Like, why your arm like that?" Which Deku saying, "Oh yeah, I was born like this and stuff and all that." Which Mizuka saying, "Yeah, he was born like that with his mutation quirk." Which the scientist saying, "Wow, I like to study it sometime." And we're gonna say this is a female scientist. She's saying, "Well, I like to, you know, really like see what you can do with it and stuff, and like what you can, evolve it or anything." Which pretty much Deku says, "Yeah, I might want to see that." She said, "Well, make sure to call me." Which Mako and uh, Mizuku is saying, "Ooh, look like you got a new girlfriend. Look like you got a girlfriend now." Which Deku says, "Shut up, yeah, idiots." Which they start laughing. Now, over a couple, you could say, weeks, uh, Mizuku hair, instead of green, start turning slowly into, you could say, half white, and his yeah, you could say, yeah, his hair is turning slowly into half white. Now, Inko is pretty much acting like, is Mizuku thinking of changing his hair colored into white, which Mizuku say, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah," which he was confused, but he realized that something happened, and he says, "Well, I gotta go talk to Big Brother," which Inko says, "Okay." Now, this is where Mizuku asks him, "What really happened at that fight? I know I didn't hit the ground and just survive. What really happened?" Which Deku says, "Well, you fell into pretty much a piercing thing, and you got pierced in the heart, which I ripped out my own heart and gave you mine. So, without thinking, and I saved your life because I didn't want to see you die." Which Mizuku's saying, "Thank you, but does that mean I have the same powers like you, or?" And this is where Deku says, "Well, I guess we gotta find out. Let's go train. See what you can do." Now, pretty much they start training, and Mizuku has, you could say, Nero's Devil Trigger. Now, he doesn't have Dante's or Virgil's Devil Trigger abilities or all that stuff. But if you want me to, I will put it in there for him. But pretty much, they're training and stuff, and he realized that Deku has his, like, one of his Devil Triggers, and he pretty much can summon, you could say, Ostenda as a meme, but pretty much, the spirit of the, you could say, the spirit of the Yamato, but pretty much Deku or Mizuku pretty much is, using it or using it to stand grab and stuff to grab Deku and stuff, which Deku is, express. Like, Deku is amazed that his little brother can do that. Now, they pretty much head back home and they head to school. And this is the start of the anime now. Now, teacher walks in, pretty much smiling, saying, "Does anyone want to be a hero?" Does speech say, "Oh, what do I kid? Oh yeah, I want to be a hero." And, everybody's excited and stuff. Bakugo gets up saying, "Yeah, and I hope I see a lot of my guys to join the UA Academy and become a hero too. To go to UA High with me," which everybody's saying, "Yeah, all that." And it's only like three of them because everybody's like scary and stuff. And it says Bakugo, Mizuki Midoriya, and Deku. Or you could say Deku and Deku, pretty much. Go now. They pretty much get going in, and they're pretty much all walking home together, taking the shortcut home because, like I said, they're all three best friends and stuff, and they're pretty much talking, saying, "So, what do you think that the test's gonna be like?" Which Deku's saying, "I don't know, probably gonna be something, I don't know, intense. I hope so, because they can't handle all this power." Which Wako laughs and says, "I bet they can't." And which Mizuka's saying, "Yeah, I hope the test be a little bit challenging because I have a new power." which Bako says, "Oh, you got a quirk now?" Which which Mizuku says, "Yeah, you could say that." Now this is where the Sludge Villain comes and attack. Pretty much try to attack Mizuku and Bako, or one of those two. This is where Deku comes in and he pretty much pulls out a gun. And these bullets have special. You could say these are like plasma round bullets. You could say because he got one of the dangerous weapons from the lab, and he pretty much took it with him with the outfit. He pretty much pulls it and shoots at the Sludge Villain, which the Sludge Villain gets hit by because, like I said, these are like dangerous plasma round bullets that can hit anything and kill anything. Now the Sludge Villain is pretty much saying, "Ah, what the hell," and he's pretty much trying to back away, which uh, Deku has pretty much God aim, you could say, and shoots at the Sludge Villain, hit him every time, and the Sludge Villain is like very much in pain, saying, "Ah, ah," This is where All Might comes in to sword smash him, pretty much, knocking him out. This is where Mizuka saying, "Oh my God, it's All Might," fanboying out, and Bakugo too, which Deku says, "Who?" Which which Mizuku elbows him, saying, "This is All Might, the number one hero." Which Deku says, "Ah, okay. Hey, All Might." Which All Might says, "Hello," and pretty much asks does anyone want an autograph. Which Bakugo and Mizuku gets the autograph from him, but Deku doesn't want an autograph because this is a different Deku. Because he doesn't know like really that much about the outside world like that still. So pretty much All Might pretty much collects the Sludge and gets going and head out. Which before he left, he asked what was the quirks and stuff. Which Mizuku tells his quirk and having to extra stand in like kind of like a spirit thing. Which Bakugo tells his quirk and which All Might says, "Oh, okay." It pretty much has get going. Which he says, "I think I want to make one of them my successor." Now Deku and Mizuku pretty much head home saying, "Hey Mom, we're home." Which Inko says, "Oh my God, I'm glad that you're home." Which this Inko, she's not fat, but she's skinny. She's like in the average, not too fat, not too skinny, but just right. And she's pretty much talking to her children, saying, "Well, I'm gonna be going off to get some groceries. I'll be back, okay?" Which Deku and Mizuku says, "Okay." Which Mizuku says, I'm gonna head upstairs and start to study." Which Deku says, "Okay." Now Deku goes and sit and watch TV. This is where he hears a knock on the door. And this is the scientist girl saying, "I know who you are." Which Deku says, "No, you don't." Which she says, you're the test subject that you escaped from the facility. Am I right?" Which he says, "How did you?" And she says, "It's okay. Well, can I come in and talk to you and tell you what's about to happen?" Which Deku says, "Alright." Now this is part 2 of what if Deku had Nero's Devil Trigger / Dante / Virgil's mixture. You could say mixture Devil Trigger. Part 2. If you like, you know what to do. 30 likes, next video, next part, automatically. 20 likes, I'll do this sometime later. And like, share, comment, and live! But I'm Keyshawn Chia. Thanks for watching and peace out. I like ice cream.